Okay, so, well, here comes the polluted water. It's coming, whether we want it or not. And it's more than we're going to be able to use. So let's make sure this is going to work. It's going to fill this tank, though, so that's nice. So this is, right now, polluted water at -8 degrees. We basically want to say that, hey, like, if the temperature is below 1, we want to turn this thing on. It's too bad, actually. We should have like put this in the water and then it, but that's fine. It'll fill up and it'll do its thing, and then we'll have a nice mass of warm water. And then, wasn't there an automated shut off down there? Yeah, it was, but it's for the other pump. It's for the one that goes to the lower one that's like cooling the hydrogen gas. I didn't put one in because I didn't really feel like I needed one, but it's fine. So eventually this will fill up, and then we'll spin this tepidizer up, and this should be like a nice mass of like kind of warm water. And then this pump should vent it out into the system, and we'll be fine. And if we don't want this water to get too high, that's the other thing. What is this at? 203. We can set this up so that the water stays here, and then this heat, maybe yeah, we shouldn't have built this so close in hindsight, but that heat won't go up. We could actually drop it down a notch, I guess. We could move this vent down and move all this automation kind of like outside, I guess, and then drop the whole thing down, so that way it's, I guess we would still be in contact. Oh well, that's fine. Oh, what are you doing? Stop it. That's like way too hot. All right, we do need to get in here. Where can we put this that would be a little bit more friendly? You know what we'll do is we'll move the wall out one. That's what we'll do. Here. And for our own sake, let's we'll go ahead and deconstruct that. Yeah, we'll move the wall out one, and we'll put the thermo sensor in the water. That way there's no questions about accidentally heating this up too much. And all right, so this can get deconstructed. Okay, that'll work. Cool. Okay. We need a little bit more automation wire, it looks like. Do something like that. If it's not... Oh, right. Okay, actually, hold on. That's not right. We were using that to drive both of these, weren't we? Okay. Cool. All right, so who's starving? Go get a sandwich. Crying out loud. Mind right. Why are you starving? First of all, go get a sandwich, man. Don't go eat. Specifically, Mind right is having a problem. 56K. Hey, thanks so much for the host. I really appreciate that. All right, he's picked up some meal lice for some strange reason. And he's eating meal lice. Why are you eating meal lice? Go. Oh, what? No. 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 If it's negative morale, stop. Okay, anything above 1. We have like plenty of food, right? Cooking ingredients. Industrial. Why am I overlooking food? Unbreathable gas. Look at that. That's fun. Oh, thank you so much, 56K. You're awesome. Thank you so much. You're the best. Even John Travolta approves. Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? Edible, for crying out loud. Okay, there it is. So we have plenty of food. Yeah, they don't need to be eating meal ice or anything. We have like, look at that. 1.4 million calories from just the surf and turf. I really want to sweep this out of here. Okay, now this should be, if the temperature is, see, this is too warm. It's already kind of messed up. But hopefully this cold water will come in and change this and cool this back down. Do I care about this Malfic rock? Like, I kind of do. All right, in building location, that's fine. We want to put some water in here. Let's go ahead and set up auto bottle. And let's see if we can't like get some water in there. We might want to actually take this tile out as well to let all the gas out. But other than that, it should be fine. The polluted water is, I'm using it as a cold base. So we have a cold slush geyser that's producing polluted water at, you know what? Yeah, we have producing polluted water, cool slush producing polluted water at -10 degrees. And I'm basically taking it and just warming it up a touch and then throwing it in the tank. And that's gonna be regular water that's pre-cooled basically for the sleet wheat. And then we'll run crude oil on the outside and keep it nice and cool. And that way, this, like, if this is warm water, for example, like we will have some heating sometimes. Like if this is like a 30 temperature degree difference between what we need to grow at versus everything else. Yeah. This tank's gonna hold just cold water, just cold regular water. What we haven't done, and just because we haven't done it yet, it's, oh, actually, good eyes. That's a mistake. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we were talking about this. I forgot to put in, I forgot to put in the refinery, the water sieve. Yeah, that was a mistake. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, cool. So we'll do that. It actually might warm up a little bit, but that's fine. And then actually we could have put it over here and it would be just clean water here before it even goes into the system. It would actually, we're still gonna have to water sieve it, I guess. It would be a little bit more efficient, I guess, but not by much. Okay, I think that is more or less it. We just need to like fix that piping. We'll fix that. This should come in. We can put this insulated tile in. All of this can get put in. We're gonna have, I'm expecting crude oil to show up over here anytime. We still have some stuff to do here. Because the water is below 0. So if you, it's, first of all, it's polluted water. And then, so basically if you take -10 degree polluted water and you run it through a water sieve, it breaks the pipe as soon as it comes out on the other side because it's water at that point and the water will freeze in the pipe if it's below 0. So basically what I'm doing is just heating it up from -10 to 1 degree basically. And then spitting it out and running it through the water sieve. And then it's basically at 1 to 2 degrees, give or take. And then it'll feed clean water pre-chilled at basically 0 degrees. And this will be as efficient as possible in regards to like heat. So we're not actually introducing new heat to the system. And The only time we ever need to delete heat is if this ever got above like 3 degrees basically, and it'll send it back out and it'll super chill it back down to like negative 18 or something like that. And then it'll keep that thing nice and toasty cold. So even if a duplicant came in and was using the machinery, it'll keep it really cold. So, and even if we had a heat source on the outside, that'll also keep it cold. So that'll be everything that we need to do there. The other thing too is it'd be really nice to like do like a pepper farm, but honestly, there's no way I would be able to like stub out a pepper farm. I guess we could. Like we could prep one. We could put one like right here. We might be able to wing it like really fast, right? Like we could like get it ready to go. People will know what to do. Like we have experienced people here. Because this will get handed back to me on Wednesday. So I guess what we could do is like prep it to go. And I can finish it up on Wednesday. So if we did something like this, yeah, we'll definitely use all that stuff up for sure, Kit. We're gonna need a little bit of automation. Excuse me. I think gold will be fine. So we'll stick this in here. Wait, do we have enough for 2? No, we don't. This isn't enough space. Hold on. I'm not gonna build this if I can't put 2 in here. So we could build it a little bit higher. We could put it up here. I just wanted to do it in that spot. So I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this minimally. And we'll try to get this pipe put in, and this should get the crude oil that we need into the ecosystem up here. And then we'll just sever this pipe right here when we get enough. This should be basically ready to go now. And this should start, it's already cold, so it's not going to do anything, but the water should never freeze. And because of that, actually, we could think about enabling this building and enabling the farm station, and we can start growing some sleet wheat. And we'll just let the duplicants come up here and they can manually deliver dirt and fertilizer and stuff like that. I think that's okay. Okay, cool. I really want to take this wall out. I'm gonna regret it if I do. Like, at least the leaky oil fissure isn't still leaking. We could like dig a channel all the way down to the bottom of the base, and then, ooh, hey, oh, I forgot this other natural gas geyser's here. And then just start pouring all that crude oil back to the bottom of the base. Or we could be nice and put a pump in and send it to Eadra's fancy crude oil storage that she built over here somewhere. Like, look at how much is in here already. Jeez, 43,000 kilograms. Okay, so this should cool this back down because we accidentally heated this up too much. This thermosensor was current temperature. If the temperature is below 1 degree, turn it on. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, Briocus, because it's 70 degrees. And the stuff that was like sitting in that little section down there was already like -10 because it's just been hanging out in that frozen area. Yeah, so like I was thinking about that too, but since it's already cold, we know we really don't need to worry about it. Yeah, it's kind of like self-cooling right here, which is really nice. And maybe I should take that wall tile out and make a hole here. Like just like wall this off and just dig this out a little bit. And then that way it can kind of cool in this little, there's just ice and stuff down here. Like, look at this. All right, what other projects can we work on while we're waiting here? We have, all of this is nice and squared away. I'm sure somebody will come in and do some work on this. Ooh, this is overloaded when somebody's using the metal refinery. I don't know if you guys just saw that. So this is probably going to break. Probably when somebody's using the metal refinery and the grill and some other stuff. That's fine. The other thing too is maybe what we can do is we can turn this off. Oh, that's the other thing I was thinking about. Hold on a second. Actually, all right. Sends a green signal, red signal. Okay, here. This is always gonna be turning on and off, isn't it? Here, you know what, we'll do something different. Oh, we do have an explore dig going on. I forgot about that. All right, we'll go look at that here in a moment. Is this only drawing power when it's being used? Does anybody know? It is consuming power. It is storing power as well. So yeah, it is consuming power right now, even though it's not in use. So let's go ahead and turn this thing off, right? Exosuit Forge, 0 out of 400 watts. Okay, so it's not. All right, then I'm not gonna worry about it. How's our exploratory dig? What is this? Oh wait, this is our exploratory dig. It's just the... It's just that... The autosave got us. Okay, cool. I think this is like more or less like we're getting to the top. Dear game, I do not want to build around this. All right, we'll let them explore that out. Maybe we'll find something new. This is already down to the bottom, right? Pretty close. There might be something in the bottom corner. This one over here is quite a bit. There's a lot of undiscovered stuff right there. All right, how are we doing here? Oh, we're almost there. I think, is this the last of it? Nice. All right, let's keep an eye on this. Make sure it doesn't go crazy. So what do we have here? The water in here is basically 1 degree. 2.2, 4.4, it's 5 degrees Celsius over here. Sleet wheat needs water that's like... Oh, you know what? This is fine. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna force this out. It'll mix in the tank and it'll normalize the temperature. I forgot about that. Okay, so what do we have? That's 4.7 degrees. It's a little warm, but that's fine. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, XG14. Welcome, man. Thanks for hanging out. You missed the big event though. Oh, well, you might have been here for that. Okay, we'll leave this turned on. This means that we should have water circulating. And this will never freeze. So I think, actually, I'm gonna enable this. I honestly think that this will actually start growing. That's funny. All right, cool. I think it just needs some like fertilization and dirt, which is, yeah. And then we'll also enable this building. And then, cool guys, well, we have Sleet wheat. What event? The big fireworks is that we opened up our hydrogen storage, pressurized hydrogen storage for a little while. Look at this, it's almost cleaned up too. I'm pretty happy with myself, guys. It's almost, oh my gosh, okay, how many cycles do we have? We have 15 cycles. If we can get this O2 over here, in here, and we can pump the last of this hydrogen out over here, All I'm saying, here, you know what? Let's try to help it. We're just gonna turn this pump on. We're gonna pump all this crap out of here. Yeah, it's like it never happened. That's crazy. So if we depressurize this, hopefully this hydrogen will kind of get pulled down the hallway here. Here, we can get rid of these. Eadra's gonna see this tomorrow and be so proud of me. What did we end up doing? Okay, so why did we break this hydrogen line? Why did we break this hydrogen line? Oh, right, because we didn't want to pull off of the, okay. I mean, there's a ton of hydrogen in there. Don't get me wrong. And, you know, like, I'm all for people's confidence in their crazy hydrogen systems. But at the same time, I don't. So I think what I'm gonna do, you know what we'll do? Can we pull? I hate to run more stuff through the middle here. Like, I want to take more piping out of here. It would be ideal if I could yank some of this hydrogen like directly over here and run it straight into this hydrogen generator. You know what? Like, fine. We'll leave it here. I'm not a fan of this. Like, I might actually take this apart later. Like, I want to get this pipe out of here. I want to move it. It's not only is it in the way, but I don't like that it's pulling off of this in kind of a, like, it's just not, it needs to be done differently. That's all I know. Okay, so I think we need to come up here real quick. Hold on. Because I think, okay, here we go. Okay, we almost already have too much crude. Somebody come up here and do this right away. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got crude oil in the base. I'm sorry. Okay, so now it works. It's done. All right, so we have oat water coming in, pre-chilled, looping around. That's all great and everything. This is way too much. What's going on here? If it's current pressure, if it's above 1,000 kilograms, pump water out. All right, let's lower this down a little bit. We don't need this much stuff sitting here. This will back up though, and that's fine. I suppose. Like, we don't need to have that much water in here. That's a lot of water. I think like halfway full is fine. All right, sweet. So the only thing we have left to do then is to get water in here for the steam turbine. And then this will be the cooling system. For this, all we need to do, oops, I don't know what button I just pressed, but it's not the right one. All we need to do for this system is hook it up like that. Boom, done. Okay. And if somebody isn't sure what to do, that's fine. All right, the only thing left to do then is, right, so we need a transformer that's big enough to run this thing. So we'll pipe this into there, pipe this into there. And then I also want to put this on a separate one only because I'm paranoid about both of these running at the same time. It has happened. And that's always got me a little nervous. The other thing that would be nice actually is if we could have moved this over a little bit and had a space for like a battery in the middle, and we could have had a battery sitting there to kind of like take some of the shock off of the system, but I think that's okay. What is this and why is it here? Why is there rust in here? Did we build this insulated material the right stuff? It's Malfic. Am I gonna regret that? All right, guys. I mean, I'm pretty happy about that. So now that means let's clean up this mess. So first of all, Do we need crude oil for anything else? Steam system needs a sweep. Yeah, we're gonna sweep that up. Crude chilling loop shutoff is not powered. Let's see here. You might be right. Correct. It is not powered at the moment. We will... Yeah, let's hook that up. This is unfortunate. When I built this the other night, I basically planned on this not... Ooh, look at this. It's nice and red. Potential load. More than we want to spend. Okay. Though this 120 will drop off at some point. Well, I guess it kind of does drop off, but this will fill up at some point. And then this will be nice and steady, and it will very rarely run unless we're actually pulling fluid on it. But you can kind of see, like, we're always adding into the system because the 3 Sleet we have are actually pulling a little bit of water off of this. So it will kind of constantly run at all times. We should probably improve that, but all right, let's get this hooked up and then nobody can think about it. The downside to this is, like, we ran that power line all the way over there. So I guess maybe we'll come this way and we'll take this tile out. Fortunately, everything is already cold, so it's not too big of a deal. The only downside to this, and now that I'm seeing that it's overloaded, hold on. It has me nervous. I want to actually deconstruct. Man, that's a bummer. I don't want this switch hooked up to these sweepers. I want them separated, actually. So if I open this up, wait, I can get in from the bottom side. What am I doing? Can I reach this if I put it like a ladder here? Okay, let's break this wire real quick. Yeah, this one. Okay, cool. And then we'll just run this over here. I think that's fine for now. Like, it's... Deconstruct this. Let's just get this all out of here. That way nobody accidentally hooks it back up again. If we really want to, we can put it all in the same line, but I think, like, at some point we're gonna need a transformer and maybe, like, more power down here, but for now it's okay. All right, this is gonna need, like, a fair amount of power, which we don't have. If both of these turned on at the same time, it's gonna, like, deplete this line. I'm not gonna put those in, actually. And actually, we might have, like, this might not work, come to think of it, because I really hate that this is red. What's going on here? The potential load on this wire is exactly 2000. All right, good. Probably 2010 now. All right, if the current temperature goes above, I guess we'll say like 5 degrees, we'll like send it back out for cooling. That's fine. All right, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna, like, the whole system will stop right now, but. All right, great. Well, once this is cold-ish, we're fine. All right, let's clean up our mess, guys. We're gonna need to extract all the pipe contents of this stuff. Actually, we can reverse it, right? We can run it back down there. We can mop all this. Sweep all this. Sweep all this. Sweep all this. Mop this. Mop this. Sweep this stuff up. These guys can do all of the jobs. We're gonna mop all this stuff up. We're gonna need to reverse this system here. So let's go ahead and deconstruct all of this conductive wire, because I don't, like, this doesn't need to be here. What we could do actually is pump this crude oil into Eadra system, but I think what we'll do is we'll save that for, like, that can happen some other time. I'm not worried about it. The only other thing we would need to do is, like, reverse this flow and get this crude oil back down in here. So what we can do is something like this with, actually, hold on, cancel this. We'll do it up here. Actually, no. Why break the line? We'll do it right here. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct the ladder. We'll put a vent in there, and then this stuff should all vent in there. Cool. All right, fun. Oops, that's not what we want. Pipes, please. All right, great. This will empty it all back down there. It's fine. They can actually like reclaim all this other stuff if they want. I'm cool with that. It really doesn't want, or I guess the icon wasn't there. Okay. All right, sweet. I mean, the only thing we might need to do is like put a bridge on this to like close it. I don't know if it's gonna just flow on its own with an open end like that, but we can trick it. What else can we get done? Let's sweep all this stuff up. We'll pay it forward. People aren't having to do it. There's like thimbleweed seeds just hanging out. All this stuff is done. Power is looking good. It's definitely a little bit more organized than where we found it. How's our hydrogen situation? Ugh. Guys, look at this. Right, if it's below like 20,000, like pump this crap out of here. We'll put that back in.